What is going on, Libra? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct once again, and this is going to be your reading for the month of July. All right, so we got a lot of things happening in July. It's Cancer season. We also have an eclipse that's going to be hitting on July the 2nd. So yeah, these energies will kind of encompass all of those shifts that are happening planetarily, you know, astrological, and the tarot is giving us the details, the juicy goods on the whole situation. All right, Libra, this is also a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things that help the channel out and help, you know, it lets me know that this is helping you out in some type of way. All right, if it doesn't resonate with you, you can always check out the previous reading that I did for Libra, or check out your rising or moon sign, because those also match. All right. Also, what else? I have personal readings open to the public, so if you guys want to get a more personal experience with me, some more details about your experience or what's going on in your life, you can email me about that. That'll be in the description. Also, follow me on IG. That's chrisanthony14lbs. That'll also be in the description of the video. I want to see my Libra family over there. All right, so we'll hop into your energies. Let's see what's going on. This is going to be your present energy right here, Libra, like we always do it. And then over here we are going to be tapping into your futuristic energies. These are going to be the supporting details, and right here is going to be your main story. All right, so let me adjust this music momentarily. Is that too loud? I think it's too low, but sounds good. All right, so starting off, we have the Lover's card, clarified by the Four of Swords. Excuse my cards, they're kind of getting used, so maybe it's time for me to get some new ones. We'll see. But I like used things. I don't know. So the Lover's energy here, I'm picking up for you guys, Libra, in the month of July. You could be feeling like you're tapping in more deeper into your authentic self is kind of what I'm picking up on this Lover's card, because I'm kind of picking up the Garden of Eden setting, right? This is some of what the symbolism kind of is representing, like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, and what happened, you know, they ate from the tree of good and evil, or, you know, the tree of knowledge. It was two trees, right? And one of the trees they could eat from, the other tree they could not. And so they decided to eat from the other tree that was forbidden, and all of a sudden they got this knowledge, right? They got the knowledge of good and evil. They recognized that they were naked, right? They recognized the whole world around them changed, right? And this is kind of what I feel like is happening for you in the month of July, Libra. I feel like you're kind of like tapping in, you know, deeper into your energy, and it's almost like you're wanting to be your true authentic self more than ever, even if you feel like you've been being your true authentic self, but it's been maybe certain other areas of your life where you feel like you've maybe had to put on clothes, you know, you had to cover up certain things from certain individuals, or put on certain masks around this group of people and then certain masks around this group of people, or you know how human nature is. Sometimes we kind of want to fit in a little bit, so we curtail ourselves to cater to certain environments that we come into. You know, it's not often that you see somebody just walking out into public in their pajamas, or just naked, right? But I feel like in the month of July, you guys are naked and unafraid. Not saying that you'll walk out into public naked. Maybe some of you guys will. I don't know. Nude beaches are out there. It is summertime. But I do feel like you're very comfortable in your skin in the month of July, and this is creating a certain amount of rest and leisure and relaxation for you. It's taking a load off of your shoulders a little bit, is what I feel like, because I feel like you're walking into certain environments that maybe you used to try to dress yourself up a certain type of way to match this environment, but now it's kind of like you just want to be your true self. Let it all hang loose, let your hair hang low, right? And just be you all the way, like all the way your comfortable self. And that's kind of what I'm getting from one scenario of these cards. Now on the other end, of course, because this is the Lover's card, this is representing some type of love connection, right, that's happening. And I feel like if this is a love connection that you're in the month of July, it's the same thing. The same thing applies. It's kind of like the authenticity is being revealed, right? Like imagine Adam and Eve, right? How they were before they ate from the tree, right? It kind of almost was like the honeymoon phase. Like everything was heavenly, everything was euphoric, right? They were just running around in this dream world, this dream land, and it almost had that infatuation stage stamped on it, that honeymoon stage where everything was just beautiful. But once they ate from the tree, it got real, right? It's like they realized that everything had changed. They had to put on clothes. They realized that, more of who they were and their nature, who they were in relation towards each other. It's like, and I feel like this is what's happening in a relationship that you could be in. It's kind of getting into deeper levels, more authentic levels where you see, this person as their true selves and their true nature. They're seeing you as your true self, and you guys are kind of just revealing your true nature to each other. Now, this could be a relationship that's already happening is what I'm feeling, or if you're not in a relationship, this could be what you're wanting to attract or what's coming your way in the month of July, right? Because the Lover's card does represent a union. It represents a spiritual connection, right? A magnetic connection that draws two people together and they meet in the middle and they mirror each other, right? So you're definitely calling in a soulmate, a spiritual, divine counterpart. And this, when you meet this person, if you haven't already, it is bringing you into a place of rest, Libra. Like you're relaxing into this potential, relaxing into this spiritual connection. And it's almost like this person is your other half, right? And it kind of just is a load off of your shoulder. And you do feel like you can be very authentic around this person, yourself. You could be calm, you could be whoever it is that you are, but not have to put on a show with this person. And that's what I feel like is distinguishing this connection above others. All right. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Fool card. So this could be your energy in the month of July, kind of focused on your finances, focused on your stability, focused on what you want to build for the future, but also seeing how you can add on a certain thing to your life, because you have the Fool card next to this. With the Fool card here, it's kind of representing a leap that you want to take, right? Some type of new risk that you want to go into, a new journey, a new cycle. And I think that this does have something to do with this lover. You wanting to take a risk with somebody in love, right? Wanting to kind of like jump out of the stability that maybe you've been in, and take a risk on something new. Now, this doesn't have to do with love, like I was saying in the beginning. Then this could have to do with, you wanting to jump out of your comfort zone. And it's almost like leaving one comfort zone to get into another place that could seemingly be uncomfortable, but it's more relaxing. Because sometimes the comfort zones that we are in, we've just made ourselves comfortable to it and adapted to it, right? But it's not actually matching the authentic self, right? It's just we've made ourselves comfortable to it. I feel like with this leap that you're wanting to take, this new cycle that you're kind of wanting to embark on, you're wanting to go into a place of authenticity that brings true comfort, right? It brings true relaxation, right? Because you're relaxing into your own skin, relaxing into your own energy. Right? And with the Queen of Pentacles here, it's also talking about juggling, right? Finances and home life. Juggling, you doing the work that it takes to make sure everything keeps running smoothly, and also being able to have enough time and energy to put into a relationship. And so this is kind of where I feel like the leap could be taking place. Because the Lover's card is here, and you have other cards here that suggest love. So you definitely could be matching up with a soulmate in the month of July, because we have the Lover's card. We also have the Six of Cups here, and then we have the Two of Cups over here. So let's talk about it. Three of Pentacles clarified by the Two of Cups. Three of Pentacles is talking about a collaboration, right? You wanting to collaborate with somebody else, and this could be that soulmate that's coming in, that's mirroring you, that is a match to your energy, that wants to be authentic with you, that wants to be transparent with you, you guys are kind of like two peas in the pod in the month of July. If you've already met this person, then it's kind of like a growing of this energy, and you two still wanting to collaborate and build for the future and continue to get to know each other. And I do feel like the relationship is deepening. Right now, if it's a brand new connection, you definitely feel that it's a difference with this person, than other relationships you've had in the past. Most likely because of all the work you've done on yourself, right? All the spiritual work that you've done, the self-development. It's attracting a new type of partner into your life, right? So Two of Cups is that loving, emotional, deep connection, soulmate connection, a match made in heaven. And with the Three of Pentacles, you guys are choosing to collaborate. You're choosing to cooperate with the connection, because we know, right? Sometimes you'll get the strong connection. Sometimes you'll get that magnetic connection, and one party or both parties, don't want to cooperate, and they kind of fight against it, and they're afraid of it, and they still have some work to do. But with the Three of Pentacles here, I feel like there is cooperation, right? There's no fear that's here. There's just a smooth connection that wants to take place. And I do feel like this has a lot to do with the eclipse. Looking at the Two of Cups here, it's kind of like the old timelines are being eclipsed from out of your life when it comes down to love. Excuse me. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not choking, which happens often during the readings. Goodness. So I do feel like with this background, with the Two of Cups, I feel like around the eclipse, July 2nd, the two up there denoting July 2nd, you guys are coming into a new place of being able to receive and give inside of love, right? Reciprocating love and attracting this newer partnership where it's more of a smoother ride, right? It doesn't have all those karmic ties connected to it. It doesn't have all those karmic lessons connected to it where you have to learn a hard lesson through love, and this person has to cheat on you, or this person has to run away from you, or whatever all those lessons that we learn in love are. I feel like this connection that's coming in is more so for your enjoyment, more so as a reward of what you've already been through and the work that you've already done. All right. Coming down below, we have the Nine of Swords. This is kind of a reiteration of what I was saying. I feel like in the past, before, especially pertaining to love, you guys could have been in a place where it caused stress. It caused grievances, right? It caused anxiety, worry. It kept you up at night. It was no smooth sailing at all, right? And with this connection that I feel like that could be coming in with the Ace of Cups, which is talking about a brand new beginning, this whole new cycle that's coming in after this eclipse energy passes, it's kind of like a brand new fresh start for love, for emotional fulfillment, right? Connecting with somebody that is more of a match with you, being in love to be in love, not just being in love to learn a life lesson and to clear karma and to deal with things that we were hiding from, and to do shadow work. A lot of times that happens in relationships, but I do feel like this connection for you, Libra, anyway, is having to do with the reward that you get in love after you've done the work in those karmic relationships. So yeah, a brand new kind of perspective on love is what I feel like you're taking on too. Let's keep it moving. Five of Swords clarified by the Six of Cups. So you are walking away from a certain place that you've been in, and this is just turning into love. But it definitely has a lot to do with self-love at the same time, is kind of what I'm picking up. Where you've been at, what you've developed to is developing to a place of self-care, self-love, investing into yourself, so that now that this new connection is coming in, which could definitely be a past life connection or somebody that's circling back from the past, which there's a lot of that happening, I think, in the month of July. A lot of reunions that want to kind of come back in. Not saying that is definitely the scenario for you, Libra, but it's possible with the Six of Cups here. But I do feel like you're walking away from some hurt in the past. Maybe some hurt that you were holding on to, with a certain person that you kind of just could not get out of your system, or couldn't get those experiences out of your system, even though it's been long gone in the physical world. It just was kind of in your energy, in your spirit. But I do feel like you're choosing to walk away from it with the Five of Swords, seeing that it doesn't benefit you anymore to dwell on those things of the past, right? Because it's just gone. It doesn't exist anymore, only in your mind. And you're starting to see that, and wanting to move forward into, like I said, a more smoother, cooler, calmer, peaceful environment. And you do have someone here that kind of wants to meet up with you in this place. And they're kind of mirroring you. They've dealt with the same things in the past or similar things, and wanting to move away from the drama, the stress, the anxiousness, the pain of the Nine of Swords, into a brand new cycle of the Ace of Cups, emotional fulfillment, connection, lightness, lightheartedness, love, deep love, right? And it's reward, right? It's very rewarding. And yeah, so Libra, this is definitely what's happening with you in the month of July. Like, you have the Six of Cups, a love card. You have the Lovers, a love card. And then you have the Two of Cups, definitely a love connection. Then you have the Ace of Cups with the lovers on the card. So yeah, get ready for either, if you're in a connection, it going deeper, like I said, or you bringing in this soulmate, divine counterpart kind of connection, and you guys are kind of meeting each other in the middle and both choosing to take this leap into this place of comfort. So let's see what the supporting details are talking about with your futuristic energy. We have the Death card, clarified by the High Priestess. We have the Two of Pentacles, clarified by the Queen of Wands. The Knight of Swords, clarified by the Three of Cups. And then the Star card, clarified by the King of Swords. So with the Death card here, this is definitely talking about a transformation, an ending that's happening. And I do feel like that's happening with the other cards. The Fool card here does suggest a brand new cycle that's coming about, and the Ace of Cups does talk about a brand new direction in love. So the Death card here is kind of signaling towards a transformation, which is bringing on this new cycle. And this is definitely tied into the eclipse, is what I feel, with this darker energy, this Death card, right? Certain things are definitely being eclipsed out of your life, and it could be an old relationship, an old partnership, an old lover that you are choosing to just really eclipse and do away with even the existence of this person in your energetic field, because you've awakened to something new. You've awakened to a new part even in yourself that, like I said, is attracting a newer type of partnership, a more spiritual type of partnership, a more authentic type of love that's coming in. And the old timelines are definitely falling away and collapsing, right? And you're taking on this High Priestess energy, Libra, very spiritual, very deeply intuitive. This person can see in the dark, right? So kind of symbolic of the eclipse that's passing over, and how a solar eclipse brings darkness. It brings darkness, right? And darkness here is talking about a place of development. When we go into kind of eclipse season, all the things that were kind of being developed or are developing in this new cycle, they start to come up and emerge from beneath the surface once the eclipse passes. And this is what I see with the High Priestess, is like she has been doing the work beneath the surface, behind the scenes, in the darkness, you've been doing that work on yourself, that self-transformation, right? Transcending through states of being. You're doing this alchemical work on yourself. And now it's something new that's emerging, and it's your truth. I feel like your truth is definitely coming to the forefront and to the surface in the month of July, and you are not afraid to show it and display it to the world. So this kind of goes back to you with this death card. This is the transformation. I feel like you're shedding another layer of yourself, shedding another layer of your ego, right? Choosing to go deeper into your true self, getting away from the persona and the ego, right? Your ego is kind of like evolving, and the more we evolve our ego, the less it has influence over our true nature. And this is where you are, Libra. It's kind of like you're on that hero's journey that Carl Jung talks about. If you guys know, that's kind of like a psychologist who was a real spiritual psychologist. And he talked about the hero's journey that most of us go on, where we transform from just a person that lives almost on autopilot into somebody who can control their own life and become an individual, right? And separate themselves from the pack or the crowd or the mob, because now you're finding your uniqueness, right? What makes you you? What makes you, an individual? You have your own thoughts about things. And it's not just from a place of the ego. It's from a place of the observer, right? Like your true self. You're getting deeper, into this, and the High Priestess is kind of like emerging. I would say you guys should look up that hero's journey, because it talks about a process that we go through, and it at the end, what you do is combine your subconscious mind with the conscious mind, and you integrate them both into a place where you're more balanced, and you kind of get out of the self-conflict and the double-mindedness that goes on between the conscious and the unconscious. So yeah, this is the transformation that's happening, right, on many different levels, because this is a general reading for you, Libra. Then we have the Two of Pentacles here, clarified by the Queen of Wands. So this is talking about finding balance, maybe juggling a situation or trying to balance a certain situation. With the Queen of Wands here, she is somebody who is very attractive, very magnetic. You could be dealing with a fire sign, and trying to kind of get a certain balance of this relationship. If this lover that's coming in is a fire sign, could be somebody that's taking on that Queen of Pentacles type of energy. That's very fiery, passionate, the social butterfly. This person likes to socialize and collaborate and network with people and connect and just float around, right? Not in a way that's kind of like disrespectful, but very magnetic personality, kind of like you, Libra. And I think we talked about this in the last reading for Libra, if I'm not mistaken. I just had a flashback to it. So yeah, you're connecting with somebody that's very similar to your energy, and you two are finding balance inside of this connection with the Two of Pentacles. Alright, then we have the King of Swords clarified by the Three of Cups. Three of Cups here could be the reunion that's happening if this person is coming back from the past. If they are coming back from the past, they're coming in full speed, right? This could also be an air sign that you're dealing with. But this could be you, heading back to someone that you kind of want to have a reunion with. Or somebody could be coming in very fast for you and wanting to collaborate, wanting to connect, right? This is also talking about being in a place of celebration and partying and socializing and out on the scene. It is summertime. July is here, right? So you guys could be wanting to get out the house and go to rub shoulders with people and just have some fun in the month of July. All right, then we have the Star card clarified by the King of Swords energy, Star energy, Aquarius energy. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, right? Or just another air sign, like I said before. With the Star card, though, this is kind of like you tapping into your spirituality, also being in a place where you're shining a little bit. People are seeing you, especially if you're choosing to start getting out of the house and interact with other people. People see, they can see a Libra coming, like, hey, hold on, who's that? Very magnetic personality. So you're choosing to just be your true self. This is another nod towards that authenticity that's happening because of this transformation that you're having surrounding this eclipse. You're coming out wanting to share your gifts, your knowledge with the world. For some of you guys, you could be wanting to go into, a spiritual practice or spiritual healing in some type of way, Reiki or tarot or being a medium or anything like that, right? And wanting to heal the world in a certain type of way. This is also a humanitarian card, which is why it represents the Aquarius. But in the month of July, that could be part of your authenticity that you're wanting to show, that maybe you haven't been in the past, and now you're wanting to come out and just be like, here I go. It could also represent creativity. You wanting to show your creative talents and abilities and gifts with the world. All right, and then it's clarified by the King of Swords here, which could be representing you standing firm in your truth. King of Swords is very stubborn with what he believes, and he stands behind what he believes to be his truth. Right now, you could be focused on that and really not hearing any noise from other people that are outside of that truth. Or let's say you're being your true authentic self and people want to come in and kind of give their 2 cents about it. Like, why are you doing this? Or you usually do this, or you can't do that here, or because I keep getting that vision of just somebody just walking into an environment and being their true selves in an environment that kind of says that you can't be that way here, but you're kind of almost stubbornly and almost in a detached way, right, being your true self. And that's a great thing, Libra. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up right there for you guys. A lot happening for you in the month of July. Look out for that connection that's coming in, though, if you haven't already ran into it. All right, we'll wrap it up there. And like always, if it resonated with you, like, share, subscribe, comment. Right, and I'll check in with you guys either later on this month or next month. All right, later.